Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. My channel is still pretty new. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. That was a great milestone to hit for a YouTube content provider. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, everybody who subscribed. Yeah, and if you do decide to subscribe today, don't forget to hit the little bell button. That'll give you all my notifications for all my videos that come out. Oh, and if you do subscribe, thank you. Thank you so much. It's so exciting to see my channel grow, and I'm just very grateful. I know without all of you, my channel wouldn't be what it is today. So thank you and welcome to everyone. All right, so those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. Book one here. I read book one aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for absolutely free. If you've already read book one or watched all those videos, just know that book two is already published and available for purchase. These absolutely beautiful, very, very well-made paperbacks are available from Kindle Direct Publishing. They are only $15.99 each, plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. I've had a lot of interesting reports about my book. I haven't had any bad reviews ever. The reason I wrote it is because it's part of my divine blueprint. It's part of my life path to what Spirit said to do is teach aspects of the of spirituality, of the path to enlightenment through an entertaining story and new superheroes. So I've heard reports of people being spiritually healed through it as well, which was something I wasn't expecting. So give it a shot. It's all free. And it's kind of funny watching me read it because I'm not an actress and I try to do accents and stuff. So, all right, so enough of that. Today, you'll see that I have another tablescape. I'm really getting used to this. I'm really liking it, actually, changing things up every week to every other week or so. I really hope that you had a wonderful, beautiful Easter. I sure did. And so we're back to celebrating spring because it is spring. Spring has sprung. There are flowers everywhere. My allergies are acting up, and yep, it is spring. So, and you know, I was enjoying them so much that I'm going to continue using this tarot this week. The Forest of Enchantment Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone, illustrated by Marilla Allwood. It's all about the enchanted forest. It likens the path to enlightenment or the journey through your spiritual journey as a journey through an enchanted forest. The forests in the UK in particular. Marilla Allwood lives on the outskirts of one of these English forests. There's aspects, there's fairy tales in here and all kinds of fun stuff, fairies, gnomes, sprites, and I just really love this deck, so I'm continuing to use it. And so of course, along with spring and this spread at the end, I'm going to pull at least 3 cards from Karen Kay's Oracle of the Fairies artwork by Ginger Kelly, which is absolutely beautiful artwork. I love these cards so much. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to pull a card or two from the Botanical Inspirations by Lina Rauho, and artwork by Pierre-Joseph Redoute. Yeah, he lived between 1759 and 1840. Okay, so if I need to clarify, I'm going to use my little tiny writer tarot that I got through a miracle. If you would like to know the story of that miracle, there's a link in the description box that says the story of my miracle, February 2021. Also, all the links for my books are in the description box below. All the links for you to view me reading book one aloud. the links to purchase my books, my social links, and also if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. So check out the description box. Alrighty, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is your life's plan that you wrote before you incarnated as the person that you are, in order to encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. As you go raising the vibration of your soul lifetime after lifetime, you eventually come to a lifetime where you're able to be enlightened. So when we are dealing with the major arcana cards, it's kind of like fate, but not really, because free will can change just about anything. That's why we were given free will. If you do not learn a certain lesson, sometimes it will continue to come back until you learn it, and in this lifetime, but others, they just go away and you have to be reborn, reincarnate to learn it in another life. So these are important messages when it comes to the major arcana cards, okay? Now, there are times when something absolutely happens or absolutely cannot happen. You wrote that into your life as well, and those are usually indicated by the Wheel of Fortune card, but you don't have that in this spread, okay? Now let's get started here. So at the heart of everything, you've got the Five of Spells in the reverse. Now, when they're upside down like this doesn't have a reversed meaning. The only cards that I read reversed in this particular deck are the people cards, such as pages, knights, kings, and queens. They're called different things in this deck, so I'll tell you as we go. But so this is, this energy of this Five of Spells is not fully manifesting. It is beginning to come into reality. Okay, so this Five of Spells, it's the Five of Wands is like some sort of conflict that's constructive, that leaves you better than you began. And what you have here is a bunch of young magicians learning to turn themselves and others into frogs and back again. And so they're practicing. A lot of the time, I'll say the this is Wands, okay? Spells is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When I come across the Five of Wands or the Five of Spells here, I always say it's like sparring. You don't really have a beef with the person that you're sparring with. You're just trying to get better at what you're doing. That's exactly what's going on here. This is practice makes perfect. And this little guy right here just kind of cracks me up, how he's, it's not, when you're practicing, it's not always pretty. It can get a little messy. I mean, look at this guy back over here. He's like, okay, I'm already a frog. Please focus. There we go. He's like, I'm a frog, and now maybe he has to wait his turn or something. I don't know, but practice makes perfect, and it's not always pretty. So the energy of you doing something to practice, the energy of you practicing something to become good at it is manifesting for you at this time, okay? So you might be like, oh, wow, how did you know that, Allison? There is some school that I'm about to begin, and so you're like, that's what that is, okay? And the energy that is crossing this, it translates itself different ways to me, but I think what's going to happen after this card flips and you get this practice and you become good at it, or even if you just begin school, like if you go to school or something, okay? This is wish fulfillment for you, okay? This is the Nine of Visions, which would be the Nine of Cups. This is a wishing well, and the Nine of Cups is known as the wish fulfillment. So this is pretty much the same thing, it's just that this is a wishing well. So I think that your wishes are coming true by practicing, by learning this new skill, by getting really good at it. It's like it's something that you've always wanted to get really good at. And so now once this energy of you doing that manifests and you get really good at what you've been wanting to get good at. That's your wish, and that's going to bring you a lot of joy, emotional satisfaction, and you're probably going to feel very accomplished. That's what I'm feeling here right now. Maybe even make money. I'm feeling there's like, this is not a boon card, which would be pentacles or coins, the earth energy, but this is, I'm feeling this. You may even make some money doing this. What you're learning. Practice makes perfect. Beautiful. Okay, this is at the root of everything. Now, this is the Weaver of Spells. This is one of the people cards I was just talking about. Weavers, now I just mentioned that spells is wands, so this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and weavers are queens. Okay, so this is the Queen of Wands. She's in the reverse. Okay, so this could be either how you've been feeling right now, or this is somebody that has been acting this way, that is a catalyst to what you're doing, because this is what is at the root of everything. Okay, so let me just get the shadow traits for this Weaver of Spells. All right, Weaver of Spells. Remember, this is either you or somebody else that that is making this. It's the root of all that, what's going on right now with this practicing. Oh, okay, so this is jealousy, fiery temper, which, yeah, that goes in line with the upside down Queen of Wands, definitely. Impatience, meddling as an outlet for thwarted creative purpose. Oh, so okay, so this is either you or someone else. It could be somebody who was meddling in your life, somebody's been jealous of you or impatient. Maybe you've been jealous of others that have these skills that you want, and maybe you've you know, been meddling in things as an outlet for your thwarted creativity. But now you're going to come over here and you're going to start using your creativity and get really good at what you want to get good at here, and your wishes will be fulfilled. So you'll know which one this is. If this is somebody who has been meddling with you, that has been bugging you, and you just like, forget it, I'm going to go do this now. I'm going to make money at it. I'm going to get away from this person or something maybe. Or, you know, like I said, maybe you've been jealous of others who have been able to do this thing for a long time, and it's been coming out. You've been expressing this dissatisfaction in ways that aren't really serving you. Okay, so here's what we've got for your energy that's moving out of your life at this time. Okay, this is the Two of Challenges. Challenges are swords, and so this is air energy. Most of the time you'll see a Two of Swords. It's like you're at a crossroads. You have a decision to make. But this is a different Two of Swords, Two of Challenges, and you can see it right here in this picture. You're like, okay, so there's this traveler. He's in the enchanted forest. Now, the story behind this is that he is traveling in some very thick undergrowth. There is nowhere to go but forward. There's no other path for him to take. He can't move around this, okay? And he doesn't want to turn around. He's come too far already. And so he's going through the forest, basically making his own path, and he comes across this mirror. It's obviously magic, and it's floating, okay? So he walks up to it to see what's up there, you know? But the only thing that happens is he sees his own reflection. This is just like a truly, completely honest magic mirror. It's reflecting him as any other mirror would. It's magic because it's hanging there, but it's not doing anything other than showing him the truth of who he is. So he has to see the truth of who he is and understand and accept who he is before this thing will get out of his way and he continues on. You know, swords are all about truth. They're all about honesty. So it looks like you had a moment to look at yourself. Okay, something occurred and you looked at yourself and you know, if this was your energy, okay, if this was you, if you were jealous and dissatisfied and meddling with people because your creativity wasn't being expressed and then it came out in this meddling energy that didn't serve you, maybe that's what happened. You saw that. And so you're like, okay, I've realized that I was being this this energy, this angry, jealous, energy, because I want to be good at this too. And so what you're doing is you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to look into this, you know, just like as if maybe what you wanted to do is, you know, learn martial arts or kung fu or something, and you know a little bit, but now you want to get really good at it, and you could have been, you know, talking about other people who are really good at it until you realized, oh, that's not good, and you saw yourself, and so now what you're going to do is improve yourself and have wish fulfillment. So that's beautiful. Heck yeah, Capricorn. And of course you're going to make money. You're the entrepreneur, right? Okay, so the next two energies for me as a reader are future cards, okay? So here is, this first card is the Five of Boons, okay? Did you have? Okay, so there's two fives. Okay, right. The Five of Spells, and now you've got the Five of Boons. So you might want to pause this video and go check out Google angel number 55. That has another message for you. Also, fives are... Oh, scratch all that. I'm a dork. This is a 4. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I thought this was a 5. Well, you know, to be fair, this is a new deck for me, so... All right, never mind about the whole 55 thing. Okay, so in your near future, you've got this manifesting energy. Now, here's the thing about this energy, okay? Now, boons is earth energy. It's pentacles. This is money. This is your energy, Capricorn, right? Okay, but the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Coins, or Four of Boons in this case, is always a card of the miser. Okay, now the story behind this is actually the most irritating story for me. These are ogre wives, the wives of the ogres. Okay, in this enchanted forest, the ogres are cannibalistic. They eat people. They're monsters, but they eat people and they eat others. Anyways, they're not good. Okay, they're not like Shrek. So these wives, what they've done is they've made a whole bunch of pies and they've set up in the forest as if they're going to sell them. And then when people come by to buy them and offer them money, as much as they love money, they can't bring themselves to sell their pies. What are they going to do with all these pies? This is unreasonable greed, okay? So this is the miser card, okay? So watch out for this energy here. Somebody is about to be really greedy and to the point of complete ridiculousness. Why create a bunch of pies if you're not going to sell them? They can't, they don't even look like they can eat all of these pies. So what's going to happen? These pies are going to go bad? You got one of their kids sneaking one right here. I have a feeling that he'd get in a lot of trouble if they knew he was eating one. Maybe they don't even want anybody to eat them. How ridiculous is that, okay? So this is like absolute ridiculous greed heading your way, okay? So careful of that. Now the next future card here is the 10 of spells. 10s are always endings, okay? So this is this would be the 10 of wands, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Now this is a fairy tale of the princesses and the dancing shoes or something like that. There's like a bunch of princesses that would disappear every single night or every morning. Their shoes would be in tatters. And nobody knew why. Every single morning, all of these princesses' shoes would be in tatters. And that's because there's some magical thing going on at night where this portal opens up and they go dancing in some otherworldly place. And they're so happy and they're having so much fun. And it's like they're under the influence of this magic place that they dance and 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 dance. They don't even, they push their bodies so far that when they're finally done, every morning when they go back through this portal, which to me is this golden area there, see how they're coming back. Look at them. Look at this one. She's being comforted by this one. They're exhausted. The 10 of wands is being overburdened. But this right here is a little different. Look at their hair is down. That back in these days, this was a sign of wantonness. And then look at their shoes are just destroyed. Even the bottoms of their dresses are destroyed. They've overdone it. They don't feel good at this point. None of them are happy. They're all exhausted. They're all cranky. They all have sore feet, maybe even bloody feet. You know what I mean? They totally, they got lost in this fire energy. Fire is energy itself, okay? It's like, you ever gotten just so excited about something, but that by the time it was over and you finally sat down, you're like, oh my God, I think I just did too much. You know, that's how they were swept away with this fire energy. So I think that there's going to be some kind of ending, some kind of passionate thing is going to happen, and it is going to bring an end to something, okay? So that's a really interesting set here of future cards, because greed is too much. This is too much. You know, they have too many pies here. They worked very hard on all these pies, but they're not selling them. They dance all night long, but they don't have any joy left over from it. You know what I mean? There's something going on here where you're just going to be left exhausted. It could even be that this person's greed or whatever is, you know, maybe you work really hard at something like, you know, creating all these pies, and then somebody doesn't want to sell them or do anything, and you're just like, that's it, I'm done. You know, like, what if you were helping these people make these pies and then they're like, well, we don't want to sell them, and you're like, well, then why did we make all this? I'm exhausted. And they're just like, I don't care, you know, I'm just greedy. And so you're like, okay, this is it, I'm done, and it's an ending. So this is passion and this is money. So I have a feeling that this is something to do with your money, and you feel very passionate about it, but you're going to face this greed and be done with that. Okay, so here is your hope card. What a beautiful hope card. Okay, so this could mean a few things. Right off the bat, I'll tell you that this is the card of Gemini. This is a major arcana card. That means this is a major player in this reading today. This is part of your divine blueprint, this hope that you're having for either a Gemini, a love relationship, or to make the correct choice. This card has often been called the choice. It can be a choice between two lovers, okay? And this card can mean all of those things that I just said to you as well. So There's something to do with love here that you are hoping for. For me, the Lover's card is the twin flame union card as well, because look at how they're both archers, they're both hunters. See how he's got this wrist protection, this arm protection, so does she. They are equals, okay? They're equals, and they're just having this beautiful moment of love and relaxing in this beautiful forest. And so this is equal, beautiful twin flame love. So this is a beautiful hope to have, Capricorn. The next energy that we read here is the energy that is your state of being. I would say your environment, but this is a very personal card. This is the, it's upside down, so it's not fully manifested. So you are on the verge of going into hermit mode. Everybody knows what a hermit does. A hermit leaves all the other people and they go live in a cave, and they go there in order to live in peace, in order to absorb and become wise. The purpose of the hermit in the tarot is to introspect, to learn about yourself, to learn who you are and what brings you joy in life, what you want from life. This particular hermit is a badger, and we all know that badgers can be cranky. This is why people say they're being badgered. You know what I mean? And what's funny about this card is the part of this story is this badger goes underground to be by himself, away from the others who might badger him. Okay, so because of this energy, I just really feel this. I think that somebody may end up badgering you with this ridiculous greed. The badgering, which is a kind of it's a negative type of relentless deal here. You know, you could be badgered to continue to work really hard, and then you don't have any real outcome from it. You're just exhausted and all your stuff is tattered. So this is you, though. The greatest point I'm feeling for this is that you really need to find out what brings you joy in life. You've already figured out one thing, which is a huge triumph. There's something that you wanted to get really good at. You are going to do it. Now, what are the other things that you want from your life? What else did you see in your truth when this moment happened? These two are a lot alike. Okay? Maybe this moment was you seeing flaws, or the fact that what you really wanted you could do. This is on a bigger level. This is everything. This is all your energies. This is your earth, air, fire, water. This is your money situation. What kind of money situation brings you joy and makes you feel content? Air. Are you as in, well, you're intelligent, but what I'm saying is there more that you can learn? Do you want to sharpen your mind? Do you need clarity, okay, in certain things? Fire. What are you passionate about? What makes you so passionate that you work until your shoes are tattered? What brings you so much passion that you will just dive into it and it brings you joy? And then water. What feels good to you? What is your intuition telling you to do? Do you know how to listen to your intuition? It's part of your instinct. Listen to your body. If a thought feels, if a thought makes your stomach turn or your chest feel tight, that's not for you. If a thought brings you joy or happiness, that's what you want to go for. You have to be very honest with yourself to find out what you want out of life. Otherwise, you know, time's ticking by here. Time waits for no one. So it's best to find out what you want out of life and then make it happen. This is your fear right here. Capricorn there, thank you for lighting back up here. This is the 3 of challenges. This is the 3 of swords. This is heartache. You can see this. But the story behind this is this father. Okay, so a lot of children used to get left into the forest. Now this is a widow, and he's very, very poor, and he and his children were starving. This is part of a fairy tale. And so he figured it's better to take his children out into the forest so they can forage for themselves and possibly live, or if they get eaten up by magical wolves, at least their suffering was shorter than it would have been if they slowly starved to death with him. And so he thinks he's doing the best thing for his children. But you know, a lot of fathers back in the old days, if their wives died, they just gave up, man. They would just like give their children away to, like, if their brother had a wife and a family, they would give their children to the brother to raise, you know. So what the message is behind this is that this father broke his own heart. He broke his own heart because he gave up. And he broke his children's heart because he gave up. Okay? So I think that you are afraid to break your own heart. And there must be some sort of element to you giving up. If you give up on something, it's going to break your heart. And it's going to break your family's heart. That's what you're afraid of. This isn't a future card. This is your fear. Okay? Now, the potential outcome, and I always say potential because free will can change everything, is the Seeker of Boons. So, as you already know, boons are pentacle energy, earth energy, just like you are, okay, along with Virgo and Taurus. Now, this Seeker is actually the Knight. So this would be the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow mover. He's very meticulous. He does everything the right way so that when he finally gets to where he wants to be, he's done everything perfectly. He is the one knight that will become king out of all of them. And so you'll see here that this Seeker is a woman. She's a female elf. She's got all the tools that she needs. What she's doing is she's seeking out, these are jewels. She's seeking out the riches of the forest. And she's got all the tools that she needs to do it. She's not going out there unprepared. She's very much like the Knight of Pentacles. She's got her walking stick. She is, you know, she's got her cloak on in case it gets cold while she's out there. She's prepared. And she's going to do it, she's going to get this, this cluster of crystals or diamonds or whatever out with the right tools very carefully so that she doesn't damage this thing. You know what I mean? She's meticulous. She's going to do this right. And so what I think this is saying is that right here, this is part of your wish fulfillment. You're definitely going to learn what you want to learn. You're going to be very meticulous. It's going to take you some time. This is the spells. So this is passionate. This is like here, what are you so passionate about that it really drives you, and before you know it, you're exhausted? This is something you're going to enjoy a great deal. Look at her face. She enjoys looking for stones, or she wouldn't do it. She's got all these things to do it correctly. And so that's what I feel that you're going to do here. You're going to be very meticulous. You're going to be very passionate about what you do, so much so that you don't rush. And you're going to become very good at it. Your wishes will be fulfilled, and I believe it's going to bring you money, because this Seeker of Boons, Pentacles, is money. This is your energy. Also, Knights are always bringers of change, and there's definitely going to be a change in your, this is happiness, 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 happiness. Okay, so, I really don't feel like I need to clarify any of that. Now, this is the energy that is the underlying energy at the bottom of the deck, and this is the Seeker of Spells in the reverse. Okay, so the Seeker is also the Knight. So this is the Knight of Wands, okay? Fire energy again. So you've got two Knights here, not really in this spread, but let's see what her shadow traits are. Sorry. Gotta look it up here. Seekers. Here we go. Seekers of spells. In the reverse. Impulsive, would rather apologize than ask permission. Easily bored, headstrong, and willful. Okay, so I just kind of feel like this is matching this. This is the Queen of Wands and this is the Knight of Wands. And I just feel, since this is the underlying energy and this is the root of it all, this is the same person. Okay. Yeah, underneath this, you've got the fairy wind, which is victory, charging forward in triumph. And underneath that, you've got strength. You've got the strength to get this victory, to move forward and not backwards. Awesome. Okay, so how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor. And you have two. You've got the Lovers and you've got the Hermit, and that is all. And so 2 out of 10 cards in the spread, not including what's under the deck here, you are mostly in control of this, okay? And the places that you have your divine blueprint really focused on here is this hope for this beautiful love or the right decision. And you're about to go into hermit mode. So that's really, that's very important, because what you learn from your hermit mode is going to be very, very important to your life's purpose, okay? And this choice or this love that you are hoping for is also very, very important. Now let's go ahead and get some fairy cards. See what the fairies would like to add to this for you, Capricorn. Fairies, what would you like to tell Capricorn? Whoops. Come on back. I just realized, you guys, I'm sorry. This is your abundance visual for today. The flow, the never-ending flow of a water wheel, okay? When we have all the water that we need, we are abundant. We have beautiful gardens. We are well hydrated. Our lives are much better with abundant water. And so even though it's not moving, this is your abundance visual. I was so happy to find this. Okay, fairies, at least 3. Oh, God. Whoa, is there any more? Okay, I said at least 3 cards, and 3 cards popped out. Okay, and we'll put this other one behind it. Read these off. Okay. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. You can do that by hermit mode. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. Oh, right. Okay. So this is telling you that once you get, see, this is wish fulfillment. Okay. What are you trying to fulfill here? You've got to, you're going to learn how to manifest, I think, is what is happening here with this hermit. Okay. You don't have the magician or anything over here, but what you do have are these young magicians who are at the heart of everything. This is you learning. So you are actually learning and you're becoming the magician. And so in order to manifest what you want, which is your wish fulfillment, it's, you know, it is, you have to be honest and clear about what you want. That's why you're going to go into this hermit mode, okay? To find out what you want. What brings you joy in life? What is your wish fulfillment? Other than this thing that you're going to learn, of course. But in order to manifest things into your life, you have to know what you want. See, this seeker of boons, she's like, oh, I'm going to go find some crystals. And that's, if she just went out into the forest not knowing what she wanted, she wouldn't bring all her tools with her, right? Ooh. Purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. Right? You got to learn from you. You know, that used to confuse me. People are like, learn from yourself, go inside, ask yourself all these questions. I'm like, well, how can I learn from me when I'm asking the questions when I don't know? Well, what you got to do is you just have to be honest with yourself. You have to ask yourself questions and answer them. You have to be mindful, meditate on yourself. New beginnings. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Yay! Oh, okay, yeah. Greedy people don't need to be involved in your dreams. Okay? Protect your dreams the way these ogre wives are protecting their pies. Okay, and the other one here is divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to use your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody when I get this card. There's a lot of different ways to use divination. Tarot is one of them. Oracle cards, other decks, okay? There's pendulums, there's runes, there's bones and all kinds of ways to divine, but let me tell you something. Don't use a Ouija board, okay? To me, the Ouija board, too many people have used it wrong, and it just opens portals for destructive poltergeist activity. I just feel like as an energetic pool, the Ouija board is a pond that everybody has shit into for too long. Okay, so let Mother Nature clean that energy for a century or two. Just don't do the Ouija board, please. Okay, and understand that every time you divine, every time you do this, you're opening a portal, so close it. After each reading, see in your head doors closing, the doors that you opened, see them closing, and say this, all these doors are closed. And that's what I do too. I put my hands together. All doors are closed, okay? All right, so let's get you a flower card and you will be on your way. All right, now I asked the sprites, the flower sprites for the messages from the flowers. There's flower sprites in this deck. And so, flower sprites, what would you like to say to Capricorn? At least one card, please, for Capricorn. A lovely flower message. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Ooh. Magnolia. Nobility and self-esteem. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Ernest Hemingway. Yes. Okay, so I feel like this is a guideline for you as you grow. Okay? This is the beautiful flower that you are about to become. All right, Capricorn. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. That's what I have for you at this time. See you next time.